pitched a couple innings against the ancient Trevor Bauer. He won that Cy Young Award in the National League in 2020. Major League clubs.
Omar Minaya is a senior advisor for baseball. On hand, Tony Bruno, President Randy Levine as well. Flash, I think you know this guy, number 42.
Mariano Rivera made the trip, and to former Yankee Robinson Cano back behind the plate.
You know what's, hey, I don't care if it's a ceremonial first pitch. They just
from Mexico going to enjoy this game. Both clubs out on to show up in Mexico City.
Let's check out the start. DHing today. Oswaldo Cabrera will play third. Oscar Gonzalez. Grant Richardson is in left. And Greg Allen in game flash, which he had 3 home runs. I think you
middle trying to carry that into opening day.
Now you saw the wide shot of the watching on Yes and the Yes app. So you'll see certainly some start for the team today. It's a wildly popular T8. That was a series in which fans then flashed.
Yeah, it's just a special couple of days, like I said, for everybody involved. Mexico City, to be able to watch these 2 games is going to be fantastic, but I think...
Well, let's take a look at the defense that will take the field for the Diablos Rojos. Behind field, it's Jose Rondon, Juan Carlos Gamboa, Robbie Cano, obviously, is behind the plate. So the Rojos grown in popularity, and Flash, not surprisingly, because with fans down there, the Yankees are still considered the most popular team in Mexico.
The most popular here from Trevor Bauer.
So again, has not happened since March of 1960, which opened in 2019, in part in an effort league baseball more and more in Mexico City. First pitch from Trevor Bauer is a swing.
You know, baseball in Mexico is a big deal.
Now a couple of the players, and then Luis Cessa, who used to pitch for the Yankees. 0-2 pitch. Bauer misses away 1-2.
And to expand our game, another look at the breaking ball down from Bauer.
And he misses down 2-2. One thing we've seen for Volpe, not having that swing and
batting order is concerned.
He does to right field, and that ball tracked out and comes up. The Mile High City, Denver, were the Rockies, so that's why that ball is going to fly so far this spring. Looks at strike 1.
Getting ready a little bit earlier.
Stop. 2 away.
I find it so cool that the Yankees are wearing their pinstripes, that they can get a look up close and personal at the Yankee pinstripes.
The Diablos Rojos. Oswaldo Cabrera.
And the bat is starting to heat up, too, right at the perfect time for him. A disappointing year late.
Which brings up the question, if DJ's not at the on-base percentage, has,
you know, obviously trying to get DJ healthy is the most important piece.
Good eye there from... And a swing and a miss, 3-2. Fouled away. And the effect that it can line for tickets sold out within an hour as Cabrera drawn Mexico and Mexico City to see the Yankees.
Yeah, and the people, but all of the intricacies of a major...
Cabrera on first, 1 away, and a ground ball from Gonzalez over to third. Donate $11 a month at t2t.org. My favorite, the Diablos Rojos. It is brought to you by your Lord, Aquino, Marmolejos, Ornelas, Fernandez, and you're a .335 hitter. There's a defense. Grant Richardson in left, Greg. And the pitch to Barreto. The Yankees team, as we see Barreto, that first pitch swinging, they're going to be aggressive. Takes a pitch low, 1-0.
Well, that always from changeup.
Base, nice play by Smith. Volpe on to first attendance.
Yeah, some Yankee fans like that double play. Those are going up there swinging. They're ready to swing the bats. Yeah, we talked about the altitude and the effect that it's going to have on some of the players. Really breaks, so I kind of like that first pitch. Get me over in the altitude. He had a cup of coffee with the Guardians back in the day. Only pitched self. He's had a good spring with the Yankees in the 6th inning.
And to see a game that we'll have for you on the Yes app. Into the shadows. Jose Rojos, who recorded the last out there. And you see the wind taking out to right field, and you can see at the time of day that this game has started. And the Yankees facing Trevor Bauer here this afternoon. He can go with a slider, cutter, curve. From the podium prior to the game as Bauer misses up and in. We said we'd mention him. His girlfriend is reportedly pregnant.
You could tell he was emotional about this and how special.
Pop into foul territory down the line. And he is expected to, but he had about 15. as a major leaguer. Swinging. Chopper up the middle to center for a one-out base hit.
Late, and a very fast infield is able to get up the middle for a base hit.
That's up Kevin Smith. He is starting at second base today. The A's got into 49 games. And 2 away. The flight of the ball because of the altitude there in Mexico City. And is playing left field for the Yankees today. He comes up with and looks at a breaking ball, strike one.
Spring training games against the Pittsburgh Pirates and experiencing something, the great experience for everybody.
The middle, Trevino will advance to second base.
That's one of the strengths of, remind these players, listen, take this all in, guys. So whether it's, taking for a long time.
It's too bad when you went the way, and the number 9 hitter, Greg Allen, comes up. Bauer. It's interesting how
he showed the excitement and the joy, excuse me, before the pitch is thrown.
So as the car 2 away, and they'll go back to the top of the lineup, and Anthony Volpe.
Not a bad visit right here from the catcher and the pitching coach for Trevor Greg Allen.
It really makes you think for a guy who's, 1,000 feet above sea level.
Yep.
So bases loaded, 2 away. And Volpe a little chopper foul.
First bit swing on it if you're Anthony Volpe, and then you kind of run out of bat and you hit it off and carrying out to right field. It'd be a good approach for Anthony Volpe. We saw
chance to get the Yanks on the board. And that'll go into the seat. So if it looks like it's right down the middle, chances are it probably
for Volpe that he missed. He fouled it off.
Goes fastball.
Great. I was just going to say, these are situations we're going to pay attention with 2 strikes and with the.
And chases one outside. So it's Rojos scoreless so far. Tanner Tully and then got a pop-up. So he'll face the 4, 5, 6. Tully in with a strike. Aaron Judge's 3rd home run in his 62 home run season.
The minor leagues and has been training, Bob. You want to make an impression.
So far, a ground ball, third base, Cabrera on.
Had some success in spring training that if there's a conversation for a left-hander at some point.
Sakino played in Japan field today. And aggressive, Cabrera on first 2 away.
That's a little elevated break.
And first pitch strike for Tully. Getting the start here today, you think of opportunities anywhere. There was a little bit of news there today in terms of what they're doing in the absence of Garrett Cole.
Swing and miss stuff, which is what he has shown this spring training. So congratulations.
Tully. Center field and more towards left. At the top of the 3rd, Giancarlo Stanton will lead things instrumental in helping put this series together. Tell us a little bit about
the players. So Ben Tulowicz kind of came up from Trevino, asked, and they would love to come and play in Mexico. And I said, well, let me see what I can do.
We may have lost you a little bit there. Omar, it's Trevor Bauer. Omar, I think we got you back as Stanton swings and misses for one active of what this means for folks. And
so much, like I was talking to the promoter, it's an event that brings back, this brings you back a lot of memories. So, but what it does is it also brings, it might be the most popular sports brand in the world. Well, I think, as you know, one thing is global. Look at the NBA. They're going on. Every sport is global. It's a global game. It's a global, we're living in a global in the world in baseball. And I think it's all good.
I'm not breaking any news with that interlocking NY. You seem to see it everywhere you go, right?
I've been at the Vatican. I've been in Italy. Sure.
Yankees and the popularity, but can you tell us a little?
The Diablos has been a great organization, and all these great players that play here. Of course, at one time they came through Mexico over the, and it's a very popular sport in Mexico. Own and see baseball. Who does not want to have that? Fredo Hawk, the owner of the Diablos Rojos, the Diablos Yankees have always made.
Well, Omar, right now in the major leagues or in the pro ranks, there's 69 players from that account to produce that many players out of Mexico.
Only one lead of those academy, and they wanted to build one like that, and we ended up doing that back in pitcher. Furious, so many great winning pitcher, and the Dodgers when the Dodgers.
I'll let you go, but Omar Minaya with the owner, Alfredo Harpelu, his baseball academy and
leagues, and we talked a little bit earlier about Team Mexico as that ball, it just getting better and better year in and year out
of that stadium, and just the different vibe and atmosphere that the fans in Mexico provide.
It's unbelievable. It's a celebration. It's a music celebration. It's a fan celebration for that. And then you're having the World Baseball Classic, not only one thing and having a lot of fun.
You know, Omar, I was just talking about how well Mexico in Mexico.
No doubt. Like Mexican, you know, whether it's a big border country and whether it's Texas, California, Arizona, to Mexico. And, you know, it's just, and in this stadium, that's what you're feeling, Yankee minutes. But
tomorrow when they play yet another game, and Jose Trevino flipped to second.
Great talking to you guys.
It remains a scoreless passion for these fans, and it just shows really that push seems to really be picking up traction.
Yeah, and there's no doubt promoting, I think, the Yankee brand expanding.
7, 8, 9 hitters that Tanner Tully will face. Here's pitches. Here's pitch number 18, up and in, 2-0. And Tully in with a strike, and always
Diablos ready to swing the bat right when they get up to the.
Cabrera is over. His battery made Jose Trevino back fully healthy. What are you seeing
behind the plate? He has had no recurrence of the calf issue and catch as many innings as he can.
Here is his counterpart, the catcher Xavier Fernandez.
And then how the playing time situation is going to be broken down. Yeah, what his future looks like, but catching situation
of the game from Fernandez with
driving this ball to right field. And you know, I played winter ball in Puerto Rico. They're playing their horn, the music, the festivities Omar talked about.
Stop is the batter. And Lieutenant Richardson over and watches that Owing. Internationally, that is back to Tully. He'll take the out at first.
In practice, play for Tully. Gets the weak contact right in front of home plate. Comes in.
Shadows playing a part, but also there's nothing Gamboa.
The overpowering fastball velocity. He's a finesse guy that's got them.
Get to second base, so in scoring position as he delivers ball 2. That's your inning, right? Yankees. Garrett Cole, of course, on the DL with nerve inflammation and edema inflammation. DJ LeMahieu, according to who do you put in that leadoff spot? You mentioned.
You know, we just looked at that graphic as well. Tommy Canely throwing live back.
Diablos lefty Connor Menez takes over. 15 games in Japan. Scoreless on the Montefiore Einstein scoreboard. And 2 hits for the Diablos. True that LeMahieu might not be ready for.
There's no doubt about it, and especially a guy who, you know, he did. That might be presented to you, and you don't know how long it would last. Advantage of that opportunity, and it looks like
continues to play well and hit. When LeMahieu does come back, it's like, hey.
One of the frustrating things, 60 at-bats.
Third base, 1 away.
It's so easy as a backup to make the excuse, well, how much? Again, we go back to this opportunity. If DJ is not going to be ready on opening day.
Singled in his first at-bat.
Balanced swing that the Shadows at-bat here for Richardson to see where his game is.
Start on the Yes app. Pitcher, Menez on to first, 2 away. Been reminding me that it's a 2-hour time difference, so tomorrow night's start will be.
Just tell me when I need to be here to do the game. Let's just.
Greg Allen. Allen walked in his first at bat. And a check swing, 1-1. Would you, for those left, would you make it?
Obviously, there's a lot of decisions that still have different scenarios out there. Okay, if you make the club, you're heading. I'm sure it's going to be a fluid situation.
Now, that you didn't, but he's in Mexico City, so might have to be a Zoom or a phone.
Which, could change a player's career. A challenging situation for Aaron Boone.
And he's caught. Make the most of it. Does he get back in time? What it's like to put the pinstripes on, and Soto locked into Tanner Tully out for his 4th inning of work and facing Robinson Cano. The Diablos on the board. Diablos.
The first time I ever 2005, and he was a young minor leaguer. See this kid hit. The ball jumps off his bat. Changed from the first time he got to the major leagues and playing it up to the crowd a little bit.
And you see the celebration hat as a sombrero. Nothing. They lead it over the Yankees on Cano's solo shot off Tully here in the
97 in 132 games. History after that.
Rodon out to. He said, for me, it was one of the coolest moments because one of the best players in the game, this is to watch him play. For me, he's a perfect player for New York strike zone.
And I think also the personality to be able to say enjoys the stage. And we'll see him on opening day against Houston.
Tully missing away 2-1.
Production last year, but when he got in.
Maybe he can get a double play ground ball.
Enjoying the moment. I think Aaron is one of those baseball historians where he loves the game. He loves the history of the game. To him.
1-1 pitch to Aquino. Tully misses up 2-1. And a swing and a miss 2-2. And in talking, the Diablos have such a rich history. It's a perfect matchup for a 2-game series. Rojos tracking off Trevino for the second out of the inning. He's ahead 0-2 and trying to get him to swing. And a solo shot to put the 68. Yankees won 3 of 4. The Diablos did win one of the season. So again, going back to Omar Minaya, those folks had a chance to.
Pretty amazing that we come back 2024 and do it all over again.
New 20th de Marzo. And you take a look and get that. Or that came across the wire somewhere. The 4th inning when Greg Allen was picked. Field. Yeah, 1 away. Would you? Aaron Boone will make some substitutions.
Yeah, I would think so. And there's
kind of an off.
The end result that we see sometimes when his feet are moving and he's off balance at time to hit a little bit earlier. And the elevated fastball and have to cheat to get to velocity, but you need a little bit of movement in your hand.
On to first, 2 away. .com. 3 against the Diamondbacks in Arizona.
Yeah, Diamondbacks with that good run last year as against Nestor Cortez opening
and single got as far as third base for the Yankees. Left him stranded.
You got a little pre and post game coverage a little early.
Coverage begins at 3 as a ground ball solo home run. I was growing up in Los Angeles when Fernando.
Amazing career. Amazing when he came up and this base. First of all, what a funny man. Second of all, and what a butt fastball at about 86 miles.
Ground ball, Volpe on to first, 1 away.
And then cut a little fastball in on the hands and get an easy out.
But up as the Yanks make a pitching change. Loaisaga missing away, 1-0
piece for the Yankees moving forward this year to keep him healthy.
Center field, Richardson calls 6 times in 96 and 97. That's a lot of
drive the bus, right? I mean, he was calling his own. he would be able to run a little cutter in there to get an easy pop-up. So he was
56 innings.
Amazing. It's amazing when you see some of the numbers that these starting pitch. And then again, I go back to the cut fastball.
0-2 pitch from Loizaga, it just misses inside. That's part of his 1-0 in this ball game. Tanner Tully pitching very well by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Yankees. Michael Marriott is in to pitch for the Diablos. Oscar Gonzalez starting things off here in the Audi scoreboard. Bob Lorenz. And pitching has told the story pretty much. Yankees. Oscar Gonzalez is grounded out. Afternoon leading things off here in the 6th.
Those guys, when his swing is right on time, it's just so short and sweet. Guardians, so he's going to be an insurance policy.
Loaded in the 2nd. They left 2 on in the 3rd. But again. And strike. Marriott missing away to
ground ball, possibility of a double play.
Chips away at the outside part, misses again. 3 and
first. You got that hole between first and 2nd open. Look for that fast.
And instead a swing and just gets a. Our viewing audience will know that they love that.
Yeah, Gonzalez. The good quick tag.
We've seen it a few
with it, but I don't know if I'm going to give him that much credit, Bob.
No doubt. 1-out walk, and that'll bring up Jose Trevino. Left-handed bat.
Matchups, right-handed pitching, left-handed pitching, but I think in the room, but the rest of the pitching staff. So if it plays out that way, I think a young player like Austin Wells, you want to make sure he's getting training. I showed it in September last year. You say, okay, well, we don't pay attention to these numbers. Improved.
2-1 pitch to Trevino. And grounds it foul, 2-2.
Fighting for a big league job. Right? Is there an opportunity? Different things can happen to you. And then you throw on top of that.
And there are players with opt-outs. There are still veteran free agents that are out there. The Rojos at first. Fouls that one away to stay alive.
And I did not find out that I made that Widger and myself for that catching spot, and Joe took a point during the game.
Swing and a miss by Trevino for out.
I'm not going to play you guys. We got to figure out what we're going to do here. So Chris came in and said, hey, Chris, Joe needs to see you in his office. And I got the good news that I got the spot. And Chris went to St. Louis. Back to, how about the guy who was in St. Louis thought he made that opening day run
with 2 away and a runner at first.
Right. And the players' locker room, as Cloth gave me the good news, I did not see Chris. I went back to it was me kind of just sitting there like, oh, this is in New York.
Kevin Smith to left field, and out, and that bobblehead of Aaron Judge has an interlock. So hopefully those in attendance have the Maris bobble. Cano solo home run. This is Franklin Barreto, the leadoff batters.
Downs, right? So Loizaga came in and talked maybe about him being a multiple inning pitcher during the year work.
Now, specifically, is that the biggest thing?
Well, I think it's just, and you're done, right? You warm up in the bullpen, you get a couple of an easy play. See how it all plays out, because things changed, and maybe that protects his arm a little bit.
Fourth at bat of the afternoon. It's a different field corner. We'll see if that results as Richardson tracks it down and a deep
field, and the ability to stay inside the baseball and deliver base hits.
And again, nobody really knew him. We'd say his game. Luckily, we did. We did the research.
He came in, and said, "Dude, you got to see this kid hit, man. This is some 5." He never looked back.
And a chop and no as Gonzalez comes up throwing.
Again, we've seen some ground balls that have some to right field. I think the Yankees, more importantly, looking top of the baseball and pound it into the ground, but nothing to show.
Third. 102-0.
Yeah, this is their big run. So got the two-seamer that can get a ground ball, and the possibility of a double. This probably would be his last appearance, right? He gets an up-down.
0-1 pitch. Little in as Smith gobbles it up.
off the play and get the out. Cabrera moved over to second base.
So Cabrera keeping it again, easily scores Robinson third and popped out to first. From second base to give the Diablos
the tough luck inning for Loaizaga on some of those ground balls, but this is a pitch, looked like a fastball, pretty much middle. Base hits on the ground balls, but that one was center cut fastball moving forward.
Jose Marmolejos says and a good change up there to get him swinging. Loaizaga takes a nice backdrop for the stadium that holds a little more than 20,000. You take a three. It's going. They've been able to get men on, but not able to push them across. Alec made an appearance with the
yeah, the
3-0 Diablos on the Montefiore Einstein scoreboard. Two games, 6 homers, 30 runs batted in last. And up the middle.
How old is Robinson Cano?
40.
To make the nice defensive play. Ace across his body, no problem.
Claudio slings in a strike to even. Yankees have had runner. Al on first, 2 away.
It was like the middle of spring training where you kind of get to that point where, and I always felt it was a good opportunity to come together. Experience, I remember the fans.
Anthony Volpe has hit 2 balls well, but has nothing to show for it. Do you notice big differences in his swing?
He says it's flatter, but, you know, the one thing that jumps out to me, it seems like the back quickly, and you got exposed a little bit with elevated velocity and continue through that. Like, you're almost like thinking about hitting 5 baseballs out of your bat. Gives you chances on off
left, and it's going to drop in for a two-out base hit.
But he's going to take it. And again, I say when you keep your barrel and give yourself at least a chance.
Be on first. One-0 pitch from Claudio, in for a strike.
Comfortable arm angle.
And they had 3 at-bats. Yep. Felt good with what he'd done. And Claudio misses away, 3-1.
That's damage, right? It wasn't afraid to hit his 3 home runs the other night against the lefty. So that might be good signing.
Great from Mexico City.
In the afternoon with all my prep work done and official at bat as a New York Yankee. Pretty cool.
I envisioned
would get your mind right.
Beautiful. Keep the routine. Never let. Yanks have done a good job getting guys on. They just have not been able to push them across. And Sanchez missing away.
That the Yankee system seems to keep producing year in and year out.
Sanchez gets that one up in the air. Something at all. Now, I know that pitch was up, but no.
And you put yourself in this situation, down 3, a couple of runs, this ball in play.
Sanchez missing away, full count. Narvaez swing and a miss off mask. That'll get your attention, won't it?
It certainly will.
You're accurate. 4th, they tack on 2 more in the 6th and lead this one 3-0. Each team has enjoyed a 2-for-3 day. A double, a homer, and 2 runs. Bats to do it. This is a big moment. It's a big deal. Victor Gonzalez. Mexicans, homers in 2020. You brought that up, Flash, and then you see his career is there. And he said he was going to be nervous. He was going to feel it until he got into actually.
It's going to be an amazing accomplishment. Obviously making it to the big league.
Who's popped up and grounded to short. Founded by the owner of the Diablos, as Talented prospects out of that baseball academy.
With it, a foul ball.
Pitch. Right down the pipe. It's very important to me to have the opportunity to go there to Mexico and pitch there. I think it's going to be incredible for me. And a nugget on his being brought up by the Dodgers. He went to Los Angeles, but again, had a big impact with them in that year. The pandemic short.
Okay, this is definitely a little bit different.
To center field, and I would think just to add an extra layer, it's more noticeable travel everywhere, right? But suddenly you more than just something in the U.S. Gonzalez spins one up. Tries to go in there again and misses 2-1.
On that kind of
point.
That quickly.
Up the middle on the board on the E.
Well, we've talked about it. If Gonzalez gets the ground ball.
Gonzalez should have been out of it, but and Gonzalez misses 2-0. Missing away 3-0. And a strike on the lower outside, but wasn't on the E6. And fouled away 3. 2 outs in the 7th. As the Diablos stay alive against Gonzalez, first and second face Robinson Cano, but that's exactly what he's going to have to do. And a good matchup for good timeouts. That's exactly what Gonzalez tries.
Where you have a couple left-handed batters.
Swing, sweet swing to make it 4-0 Diablos.
The solo home run, the double going the other way, and
the runner on first advancing to third.
To look at the swing, and it looked like a fastball.
He gives up a couple singles, and now and a chopper to third. To lead it 4-0. He's playing in Mexico. The Nets getting ready to play. Have taken their show on the road for 2 games today against the Diablos over the Yankees here in the top half of the 8th inning. Leadoff single here in the 8th. Whereas the Diablos have been able to cap.
A simple swing where he doesn't try to do too.
He's walked, popped up, and struck out swinging. Bit of folklore about the team. Forcing one of the opposing players to say they play like devils.
Ooh.
So like that, Red Devils.
And now look.
Leadoff. Jake Sanchez. And Sanchez. 2-2 pitch. Can base bag on to first just like that. Double chips. That's most of any team. Their stadium holds a little of 2. They won their division, lost in the quarterfinals. And some of these names: Louis Tion, Roberto Kelly, Ruben Rivera.
Back to the home plate, and what to love him.
Burt is the hitter. Burt is a hitter who got a hit. 2 out.
Field and a clap of the hands as you get around first base for Burt.
Every inning but one, the Yanks have had a runner on, but they just have not been. And the left fielder has it. Baseball coming every year to Mexico City. It's not easy to find a Yankees cap like that, a fitted cap for a child, but that's a hitter. A single in 3 at-bats. At bat with a ground ball to second. Good breaking ball, swing and a miss.
Long home run.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
Hitter a spot standing in that box.
1-2 third base with a strike. And Mauricio in with a strike. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Back to what you said, fans. Just love their baseball. More and more DJ.
As the game moves.
Pop to first base. Rojos is the hitter. 0 for 3. Struck out. Try and go to work. Race that 4-0 deficit in the 9th. Mauricio misses up 1-1. And the home uni. Base hit right field. Looks like he's going for 2. They're going for 2. A base hit and a throw out. 4 runs on 10 hits for the Diablos. Something going to get on the board. When the Diablos were able to beat the Yankees 5-3. But that was a complete game performance from the pitcher that day. Facing Nelson Medina. Leading things off here. And first pitch swinging.
Be a celebration, and it has.
And you get a little sense that part of it is. Fouled away 2-2. Half swing and a miss.
Whole game, and it looks like a swing there. Tough to pick up from the side at the swing. You think it's a fastball, dives down and
Allen got the start in center field today. His 4th at bat of the afternoon. He has a couple and hit by a pitch there.
On the inner half, and Allen just turns into it. Takes it on the hamstring.
A ball last year, and you saw it for the native of Mexico. Hawk back in the 7th inning. Let's find out together. Escara looks at ball 1 up. Play by the first baseman. They'll take the out.
Second base to get that runner. You just take the easy out. Get crazy, just take the out, second out of the inning, and try to third.
Sir. And looks at a breaking ball, strike. Push some runners across. Second and third, 2 away, swing and a miss. Yankees. Good breaking ball from. Fastball up and it misses. You count. Now he's got a 1-2 pitch. A little change. Did they get him to go?
Now a changeup. Unusual to see right-handed pitcher to a
2-2 pitch. 2 runs will score, so the Yankees will run score to have the Diablos.
Something to cheer about. Good at bat for Narvaez, who's really the pitch. Supposed to be a breaking ball down and away. It just rolls up. And
so 2 away, and the batter Cole Gabrielson. Again, you're on this trip, like you said. Why not take advantage, make the most of it? And a fastball across the outside
from Gomez.
And he spoils it. Stays alive. And up and in. That will definitely
perfectly located. The last 2 fastballs from Gomez right down the middle. And
drops a little change in there. 2-2. Get a 4-3 game. Gabrielson outs to make it a 4-3 game.
Hitting behind in the count. Call on the changeup and takes advantage.
Have scored 3 runs on 3 hits. And they've got a runner in scoring position now after that. And Gomez misses 1-0. Dip on it. But he's behind 1. Drops a change.
Really can finish it down and away.
And 1 pitch. Rojos fouls that one away. 1-2.
Or they get a look at it. You're not fooled by the change of speed. See if he throws a fastball.
Pitch. Another change, and he misses. They thought they might be leading the game up. Swing and a miss, and he got him, and that will do it. to a 4-3 win over the visiting Yankees.
The beauty of the whole day today, Major League Baseball.
As the Yankees come to town and fall in the open.